you've ever had to deal with any type of flooding in your home, it can be devastating, both mentally and financially. Just 1 inch of floodwater alone can cause about $25,000 worth of damages to your home. And with climate change likely exacerbating the frequency of flooding in the coming years, there's no better time to consider flood preparation for your home. We've put together some tips on flood preparation and damage control that may just help you when the rain starts collecting. Inside your property. When it comes to inside your property, there are improvements you can make to help with the threat of a potential flood. Use water-resistant building materials. If a flood warning is in effect, shut off electricity to areas that are at risk of flooding. Make sure you have a sump pump installed, and if you do, make sure it's working properly. Install a water alarm to let you know if there's any water accumulating in your basement. On your property. It's important you consider your yard as a reason that your house may be flooding. Here are a few tips to keep the water from accumulating around your house. Make sure your yard is properly graded. Try and build the ground on your property so the water runs away from your basement. Make sure downspouts extend at least 6 feet away from your foundation. Make sure your drains and eaves are not clogged and are draining properly. Moving snow just 3 to 5 feet away from your foundation can reduce the potential of flooding. Use rain barrels to catch any excess water runoff. Now that we went over some of the basics and a few tips on flood prevention, here are a few other things you can do to help reduce the impact of a flood in your home. With any impending storm, you should always pay attention to any local flood alerts. Acting as soon as an alert is issued can make all the difference. Move valuables and furniture to higher levels in your house in case of a potential flood. Pack an emergency kit. Always keep a generator handy. One final thing that we'd like to mention is if your home is in an area with a risk of flooding, it's important to look at obtaining flood insurance for your home. Regular home insurance usually doesn't cover flood damage costs. We hope we've helped you come up with a plan for flood prevention in your home. Please comment with any suggestions you may have to keep the water out and your home nice and dry. And don't forget to subscribe for more helpful videos.